Hello friends, welcome back with another video with me, Afa, from Audio Fact Static. Today we're gonna demonstrate the trick for using reverb on mono tracks, like guitar or any other mono tracks. This is a project of mine and I was using this trick, so I thought that it's worth to share this idea with you guys, and I hope you enjoy it. What we have here is a mono track, is a guitar track. Let's listen without anything. Let's listen. So it's a simple note, simple guitar line. I've added an EQ just to cut unwanted frequencies. This is a simple setting. And then also have some compression on it, like a little bit compression. So to just control the peaks, like these peaks was just like listen before and after. Like here. It's just controlling, nothing crazy going on here. For this project, unlike any other project, I decided to create two different mono reverbs, and send a copy of this track to these two, and then just pan them hard left and hard right. And then also send these two axes to one, like we can say, bus track, and just like do the other processing. Let's delete everything and create everything from the beginning. So I've deleted everything. In Pro Tools, if you want to create new tracks, Control or Command plus Shift plus N, and while you are holding Command or Control, you can just like hit the right and up and down arrow to change the type of audio and stereo to mono and so on. So now we want two mono axes, and one stereo aux. All right, where right or left? This one's left, and the other one where right? And the bus, we'll call it where bus. So we're just gonna save solo this. Like, for who doesn't know how to save solo, you just like hold Command or Control and just press on the solo. It goes gray, so it's always solo. You don't have to solo the track every time you want to hear it. Anyway, now let's assign these two tracks. So now we're going to find a free bus, like one. It's a mono bus, by the way. And two. All right. And then we're gonna send these two tracks to stereo. We're assigning the input of that bus with the same output of these two mono buses. All right. So 3 and 4. Now the bus 1 and 2, they are reverbs, like mono reverbs. So what we do, we just pan the tracks hard left, hard right, and we just send these tracks to these two axes, like the bus 1 and bus 2. All right. So this is bus 1, which is left, and this is bus 2, which is the right one. So now we're sending the copy of this track to these two buses, and even though we're listening to them, they sound smaller. Look at this. when you're sending a mono track to two buses and just pan them left and right, it doesn't mean you're adding a stereo width to the track. It's just getting louder. You're just adding volume. By the way, I'm going to send my audio track to these buses as pre-fader. Alright, what is pre-fader? Pre-fader means you're sending the copy of this track to these buses, but before any processing you do, before the EQ and compression I did, it's just a raw copy of that track without any processing. So I needed that to just process these two buses again later on. Now we are going to insert two mono reverb on these two buses. Okay, maybe you're asking why you are sending the track to two different mono axes. Why not just, instead of having these two mono buses, just creating one stereo bus and just send the track to the stereo bus and have the reverb on that? Well, you can do that, but in this project, I found this trick really helpful for me. It creates something cool, like something else, not just the simple reverb on the guitar. Let's make the setup of these reverbs. So for this one, I wanted plate medium with like 10 millisecond of pre-delay. The other one I wanted, I don't know, room 15 milliseconds. Like by adding different amount of pre-delay on these two, we are just like sending the signal a bit later, just like 5 millisecond later to this channel than this. And it sounds cool. Like, let's listen. Like, we just want this slightly same decay. Listen to this, and then we can just adjust this setting while we are listening to the track. So let's listen. It's a bit too loud. Let's try the ambient medium on this. How about room 2? Alright, now it already sounds cool, but we are gonna process the bus channel which we sent two mono buses to just a bit, to just add some spice to it. First, I'm just gonna cut the low end, which we don't need, till, I don't know, 110. And then let's listen. Sounds cool. And then what I did, I added a delay, just a H delay from Waves Audio. It's a great delay. I love it. I use it all the time. But I just like turned off the analog because we don't want any noise, right? And just low pass till 250. I mean like 2500, and got to 50. So I wanted the 16th note on ping pong and on BPM, and like the feedback right about here. We are just gonna try. Like, if it sounds cool, we're gonna keep it. If it not, what's the worst thing? We're just gonna delete the process. So let's listen now. With, without. I already love the sounds, so let's just add a compressor to control the peaks and the tail of the effects. So when it's pre, if we mute the actual track, we can hear to the effects. Let's listen to the effects. And the cool thing about Pro C from FabFilter is that you can just hear to the peaks and the compression you're doing. So that's really, I want it like the fast attack and pretty fast release, not that fast. Yeah, that's it. And just match the volume. We don't want to lose any volume, right? Oh, that's too much. Oh, that's even. Alright, so now let's listen without the effects and with. So, but you can go even more crazy and add other stuff like you can add distortion, you can add phaser or any other effects you can do. My advice is just experiment, like do whatever you can, and that's the only way you are creating something new, something cool, and you're also gaining more experience on mixing, because mixing is never finished. So please just experiment. You can use this trick and just let's see if it's suitable in your mixing session or not. By the way, I would really appreciate if you support my channel by subscribing and hit the notification bell to be notified for our future videos, and also like and share this video if you will. Thanks for watching. See you next week.